Well, hello, my rested rats. Welcome to episode 7, vacate episode. Also featuring Babe. Meet Babe.
Hello,
Want to introduce yourself, Babe?
I'm Babe.
So we are on vacation. We are on a cruise. Yesterday we were in Key West, so that was really fun. But I don't think we realized what day drinking does to you anymore.
It's rough.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. It was our anniversary as well, so I think we super rallied. And then by the time we made dinner reservations at a specialty restaurant, and we were literally falling asleep at the table. Uh, and our mother-in-law was watching our son, and we came back in the room, and she was like, "Did you guys even eat?" And we were like, "Yes, we're ready to go to bed."
You pretty
Uh,
much dine and dash almost.
yeah, I mean, well, not
It's already
really
paid
dining and
for.
dashing. It was already paid for, but literally as soon as we were done, we skirted and got up. So love that for us. We were supposed to be in the Bahamas today, but it's too rough. So a little disappointing on that
It's
end.
like fucking 8 foot seas out here right now, so
I
I
mean,
can't say I blame 'em.
yeah, but still, it's just a little disappointing. So we'll have another pool day. Um, but yeah, let me take a peek at my notes, make sure we hit everything. Um, few things that I love about Babe is his inability to write and
I can write, I
to
can't spell.
understand. We were moving one time and I have like these crystals and he wrote on the box crystals. It was
There's
like
an H in there
it was an
somewhere.
H. Also one of the prompts later on that you'll see is about a superlative and he was reading it and he goes, "What's a superlative?"
Superlative.
Superlative. He was like, "Yeah, what's a superlative?" And I was like, "All right, we
That's
have
how
some
it's spelled.
discussing
I
to
just
do."
pronounce shit how it's spelled.
Right. Matthew is special for sure. Um, so special that when we've gone back to Mississippi, he's almost gotten in a fight at a bar. You want to tell us about that story?
Uh, yes, there's some fucking little drunk 18-year-old. I guess I had an Alabama shirt on or something, and he basically tried to call my bluff about being an Alabama fan. So he said, "Hey, what was the fucking score to the game today?" And I told him it was like, I don't know, it was like 31-24. He goes, "Oh, okay." Then he started talking to me. He's like, "You ever seen Yellowstone, motherfucker?" And I'm like, "You talking about the TV show or the fucking national park?" And he goes, "Well, you think I'm fucking stupid? You think I'm fucking stupid? You want to fucking fight?" I'm like, "I don't want to fight. I just want to know if you're talking about the fucking TV show or the national park." "Oh yeah, oh yeah." Then he's from New Hope, and he says, "Motherfucker, you ain't never been to New Hope. You don't want to know what's like in New Hope." I says, "Maybe you need to get out of New Hope." And he fucking lost it. He started trying to fucking come across the table and punch me and shit. And it's just typical Mississippi shit. So
Yeah,
it's always fun.
we've had a lot of Mississippi adventures, including in 2019 the Egg Bowl, Hottie Toddy. We were like standing in line to get into the stadium, and he at I mean, I used to listen to Hardy, but I don't think as much. But this was like before he blew up or whatever, and we were standing in line. He was like, "I think that's Hardy over there," and I was like, "Oh, well, like go say something." And what, like you went over there to say something, and
Yeah, I went up to his buddy. I was like, "Hey man, that guy looks just like Hardy. Is that him?" And he was like, "Yeah, that's him." I'm like, "Oh, okay. I'm gonna say what's up." But he's like, "No, no, no, wait. Like, I'm just gonna tell him what's up, man. Tell him I like his music, whatever." He was like, "No, no, we don't let people do that." I'm like, "Okay, bro. I just wanted to shake his hand and like, nice to meet you, dude. Whatever." He was like, "Yeah, yeah. He's been jumped before."
no. I think you got back, like you came back in
Oh yeah, yeah,
line,
yeah. He was like, "No, no, no."
and so then he just came back in line and like stood next to me, and I was like, "What was that?" And then his friend like came over to be like, just, he's just been jumped. So, like, are you
And
kidding
this is
me?
like 2018 where he had like one album on Spotify. So
Right.
like,
So I'm like, okay, but I mean, from what I've heard, that's kind of a lot of people's experience with him. Don't cancel us for saying that. He does make great music. So, um, another one of his favorite memories is not Mississippi related. We can move on from Mississippi. Is like 2018, like our first year of dating at New Year's.
no, yeah,
What? How do you describe it?
face her back.
Yeah, face her back. You have to give the backstory though.
I have a
Why was
video. I wish I could
why
show the
was I
video.
saying that?
So Fallon got inebriated, to say the very least, and we had only been dating for what, maybe a couple months at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here taking care of her. We're walking back to the truck, and there's literally just some random fucking bush on the side of the road. And she looks at me dead in the face and goes, "Face her back." And I said, "The fuck are you talking about?" She goes, "Face her back." And I go, Would I like better? I don't know, face." And she full sprints head first into this fucking bush, basically swan dives into it, and then just starts giggling, laughing, and then realizes she can't get out of the bush, and then basically starts crying, telling me I need to come help her get out of the bush.
That doesn't sound like
Um,
me at all.
no, it's exactly what happened. So
Yeah. Well,
different
you
you.
know, different me, different me. That's not me anymore. Who is she? Except I do still flick people off.
Did it yesterday.
Yeah, I
Matter of
did.
fact,
Yeah, he was
in Key
very,
West,
yeah.
almost got a shot. That's fine.
No, who's gonna shoot me? You know, nobody,
I think about
nobody.
it.
Anyways, he doesn't like. I get a little rowdy and a little
Yeah,
more
you
yappy.
do that shit in New Orleans too. I'll never forget that.
Anyways, we're gonna move on from that. What's the most annoying habit that I have that you don't like?
You?
Yes.
Um, so basically, if we're at home, I'll say, "Hey, babe, you need anything while I'm up?" "No, I'm good." "Okay." Go to the kitchen, get everything ready for bed, get in bed, basically say, "Good night, love you." Okay, roll over, get ready to go to sleep. "Hey, babe, can I have this one thing?" "You don't love me." "Yeah, okay." So
No,
then
I
I
think
have
my
to,
my usual thing will be like, I'll just do it
yeah, I'll
myself.
do it myself. "Don't worry, you don't love me." So then I have to get up one more time and go get whatever it is that she has requested. So that
Yeah,
is
yeah,
my
yeah.
number one pet peeve.
I feel like that's a natural woman and husband thing, though. Mine of yours is like talking during movies or like shows. We'll both be watching like a new show or a new movie, but yet somehow I have all the answers. So be like, "Oh, well, why are they doing this? Why are they doing that?
Oh,
I
you're
don't know.
smarter.
But we're watching the same thing for the first time. So why would I know?" So that's probably one of my most annoying or one of your most annoying things that pisses me off. I just don't like I don't want to be around people who feel the need to talk during a movie or a show. Like we can debrief later. We don't have to talk about it right now.
If I'll forget what I was going to ask, and then
Yeah,
I'll
but that's
forget,
what I'm saying. Like,
won't know
how
what's
would I
going on in the
have the
movie.
answer if I'm
Well,
watching
if I
the
wasn't
same
getting up
thing?
to go get your shit every 5 minutes, I'd probably know what was going on.
I pause it for you. I pause it.
Yeah,
He's making me sound a lot worse than I am,
yeah.
you guys.
She's not there yet.
How rude.
She's on
How
her way.
rude. Um I saw something the other day, I think it was like on TikTok or something about Jersey Shore, and it just made me think, and Matthew and I have talked about it before, like how were we I mean, technically I don't think we were really able to watch that.
Legally, no.
Well, no, I wouldn't say legally. I would say like
It's literally rated.
parental
Yeah.
approval. Um and then we started talking about like uh I think it's like last on the remote or whatever, where you can go to like the last channel you had before that one. So, like you remember if you could hear like your parents' footsteps coming down the hallway, you would quickly be like, oh, like last channel, like onto Nickelodeon
Just
or
watching
something.
SpongeBob.
Yeah, nothing to see here. Um, but Jersey Shore is my life. I feel like I relate to the Snooky, where's the beach? Every Blue Angels. And also, actually, well, that was like probably like two Blue Angels ago. Um, I had the flag, the letter.
Yeah, nobody knew what the
Sam,
fuck it
nobody and
was.
everybody kept coming up like, "What is this? Like, did you write this?" And I'm like, the fact that
Who's Ronnie and
society,
Sam?
the fact that society doesn't know this iconic moment is was really bothering me. So I think like the second day we didn't even put up the
No, I
flag.
took it down the first day because I was tired of people coming up and asking, and we fucking keep had to explain what it was. I
Yeah,
just
it's like,
put it in the
hello,
bottom of the
you're
boat.
so uncultured. It's called Jersey Shore, you idiot. Um, Speaking of Blue Angels, some of our favorite Blue Angels moments, which if you're not a, I don't know, I feel like even if you're not a Pensacola
I mean, I
native,
think everybody's
you
heard of
kind
Blue
of know what
Angels.
Blue Angels are.
They don't know what Pensacola Beach Blue Angels is.
No. So like obviously the Blue Angels are what I mean, they're part of the Navy,
Yeah, it's just a Navy demonstration team.
but they're based out of Pensacola's Navy base.
Mm-hmm.
Um and so obviously they like go all over the US for shows like during the year and stuff. But their homecoming show is in July in Pensacola and it's like an entire week. So like Wednesdays is like breakfast with the blues, then Thursday and Friday are their practice shows, and then Saturday is like the big shebang. Um, so we've attended several years,
I think I remember
obviously,
this one.
and one of the years we stayed at a beach house with our friends, and the beach house had like a bunch of bikes. And then there's also this bar on Pensacola Beach called the Shaker. Super, super old bar. It's probably been there for
Old
like,
people bar.
well, yeah, it's definitely an older people vibe too. But Matthew was like, let's just like, we're talking about a group of like what it had to be like at least six of us, huh?
Shit on the bikes.
Yeah.
That's like fucking 9 or 10.
But Matthew convinces us, he's like, it's not a far bike ride. Like, let's ride the bikes. Was
Well, like two
indeed
miles.
a far bike ride.
That's
We
two
were all,
miles.
we're talking about the middle of July. We are all sweating
It was
by
nighttime.
the time we even get to the shaker. And then by the time we were ready to leave, I think we did what we threw them in a bush or
Said
something.
we come get him back later.
Yeah, and then the boys the next morning like went back to get the bikes because we were like, we're not fucking doing this. But I do think we wound up just walking back, huh?
It's fun to
But like,
fucking understand, but
well, yeah, but nobody was prepared to ride those bikes back that evening.
yeah, but y'all bitched and moaned about riding the bikes, but then wanted to walk back.
Right, because you don't have to keep your balance
I did
and
just
stuff
fine.
like that when you're riding the bike. You didn't even ride a bike back.
Yeah, I'm talking about there.
Right, everybody did fine there, but we
Mm.
weren't hammered.
I don't get
Next
drunk.
morning I'm like lying on the bathroom floor naked because I'm dying, throwing up, got in the shower. Like I am just thankfully we were like already on the beach, so it just like we just had to walk to where we were going for the day. Because I think it was like 12 p.m. by the time we even made it out because everyone was dead
Yeah, it was packed.
because we made the mistake of killing ourselves the night before. Um, so that was a good blues memory. And that was probably like 3 or 4 years ago. And then like 2 years ago, we took our boat out. What that was Friday and Saturday we took the
Hmm.
boat out.
That's
Um,
my better judgment.
Whatever. So Friday, me and Cassidy are like passed out on the boat like by 10 a.m. Which you're probably gonna be like, what? But you have to get out there. I mean, even if you're on your boat, yeah, like what we were out there by like 7:30.
At least, yeah.
Yeah, you have to get out there early because otherwise you have no spot. Like there's no shot at anything. Um, and like I think what like my head was like leaning over the boat or
Yeah, your
something.
hair was in the water the
Yeah.
entire.
And what did you say to me?
I said, hey, babe, just why don't you sit up a little bit? Don't fall in the water.
Yeah, and that just like sent me to the moon. I was like, fuck you. Don't tell me what to do. I'm living my life.
And she got in the water and gave me fucking double birds up. Fuck you, you piece of shit.
Oh, well, anyways, so I just thought he was cramping my style. Like, if I want to take a little nappy nap so I can prepare myself for the rest
I
of the
wouldn't call
day,
that a nap. That
so
was more
be
like
it.
unconscious.
Well,
You
that's
get
the
your
whole
mouth
point.
open and everything.
All right. Just because you couldn't, you were jealous.
Yeah, I had to operate a fucking watercraft.
I know. So just say that you were jealous. Yeah. So blues holds a lot of great memories in our hearts. Last year, I think was the only blues you didn't go to because you wound up having to work.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wasn't real
then
sad about it.
Dylan and I only went on Friday. We took the ferry. Ferry is a great way to do it. They just sell out really fast. Um, so yeah, last year was not the biggest blues experience. So I'm excited for this year to go out on the boat again. He's
Huh,
probably not
huh.
because he's the one who has to make sure everything's going right. But you know what? That's his problem. Why should I care about that?
Just a girl.
I'm just a girl. I told him he's going to be banned from listening to my episodes because he keeps making fun of me, like with my little, I'm just a girly.
I digress.
I digress. What else did you make? I don't know. Some of the things that I say,
My
he'll just,
rambunctious rats.
oh my gosh, so annoying. See, this is what I'm saying. He's gonna be banned. I don't even know why I allowed him to be in this episode with your little attitude.
Who else you gonna have on the pod on the fucking cruise ship?
I could have done it by myself.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Or nobody would really
You're,
listen, but
you're. Oh, you think that you're gonna raise the listener ratings?
I make you the thing that gets the ball rolling. You never know.
Oh, okay. So Matthew's so sure of himself. So okay, so here's where this prompt is what Matthew didn't understand. So if you could give me a superlative, that's how you say it,
Mm-hmm.
superlative,
Superlative.
what would it be and why?
Most talkative.
Okay, and why?
Why? Because you never shut up.
It's just funny you say that because in I think it's like first or second grade, like they do like end of the year awards or whatever. And I actually did get like most talkative. And I came home and I was like, oh my God, mom, like, look, like I literally had a certificate and everything. I was like, oh my gosh, look, I got like most talkative, like, oh my blah, blah, blah. And she was like, that's not, what are you doing?
We're not gonna drink that.
I am going to drink that. See what I'm saying? Like, just automatically assuming. She's like, that is not actually something to be proud of. Most talkative. Uh, in my day, I don't even think they do this anymore, but we used to have like lights in the classroom, So you started off with a green light for the day, and then like it moved to yellow, then to red. And I basically came home with red lights all the time because I like couldn't shut up. To be fair, my teachers were always putting me next to my friends. So like, what am I supposed to do? I've got to yap with my friends. I'm a yapper at heart. Hello.
This and yeah.
um, what's your feral thought
Mine?
for the week?
You
Yeah.
didn't give me a superlative.
Well, that was for me. Oh, you want me to give you
Yeah,
a
well, remind me.
superlative? Um, that's
Oh,
tough.
this is just all about you.
I mean, yeah, it's my podcast, but okay. Can I have my beer? Your superlative. Mm, well, I would have said like before you met me and got your life together, your superlative would have been like most likely to not finish college.
That's fucked up. Most likely to not attend college.
Yeah. Matthew's lucky that he was finishing college in the COVID era because you would not have passed physics.
I had the check premium membership to
Yeah.
say the very least.
this is before, everybody had Chat GPT. You would have sailed through
Oh
if you
yeah,
had Chat GPT. So all of you, what are they? Gen Zers?
Gen Z, yeah.
You Gen Zers are lucky because we didn't have that. You had to pay for like Chegg or something else if you needed it. But yeah, I had to take your pre-cal class for you.
Yeah,
I had to do
I
several
could have
classes.
done it if I wanted to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. No, he wound up failing pre-cal because you went to Talladega the week before finals. So
Priorities.
yeah, his priorities are so, so, so in sync, right?
I don't
So
think it's
that's
a
what I
big
would have
deal.
said that your superlative would be most likely to like not finish college because I finished it for you.
It's fair.
So getting back to my next question, what's your feral thought for the week?
Um, I don't know if it's a feral thought or a pet peeve,
I mean, it can be just like an opinion.
but
You know what I mean?
being on this cruise ship for the last 3 days, I realize how much it bothers me when people stand right in the fucking middle of, say, a hallway, walkway, whatever you want to call it, but obviously right where traffic is moving to and from. And they want to stand, preferably old people, not to call out old people, but will
You
stand
geriatrics.
right in the fucking middle and just sit there and talk, not worried about anybody. Everybody's saying, "Excuse me, pardon me," trying to slide around them, and they're just, I just want to go up there and smack them across the back of the head and be like, "Why don't y'all fucking move to the side and do what you got to do instead of standing in the way of everybody?" And then, like at the buffet, they run out of something, and instead of being like, "Oh, I'll just come back in 5 minutes," when they restock the buffet, the motherfuckers will stand right in the middle of what they want, and if there's something next to it that you want, you can't even get to it because they're fucking standing there waiting. So it's just, I have a I have a very short, I don't know what we call it, temper. What would you call it?
Um,
I
you
don't handle,
you don't tolerate
not
people
tolerate,
well.
yeah.
Like you're not a
Not
people
a people
person.
person.
No. But you know what I want to also point out? You were literally like getting on me the other day because how many F bombs I dropped on the pod. And here you are cussing more than I am this episode.
Baby, I'm getting construction. This is just how I talk.
Blue collar life. My feral thought is the fact that I don't understand why at the fucking airport people crowd the gate. It's
That
so
goes hand in
annoying.
hand
I
with my
mean, yeah,
shit.
but it's so annoying. It's like there's zones on your boarding pass for a reason. Like the plane is not going to leave. It's not. So
Well, I just don't understand. You're either sitting right next to the gate,
yes,
but you'd
like
rather be standing in front of the
like
gate.
get up when it's your turn. Like why do you feel like you need to like because you're not going to be able to go until it's your turn.
Well, not to mention they'll stand there and wait, and then you get through. They check your ticket in, and then you're waiting in the breezeway in the line.
Yeah,
It
so
was
I'm
sounding like you walked right on the plane.
yeah, it's like you're still going to have to just wait somewhere. Um, yeah. And we made the executive decision after like several things that I read on like mom blogs and stuff that like, usually in the beginning, like they'll announce like, anyone with like special needs or like if you have kids, like you can get on first. And I'm like, no, 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 no. We're not doing that. We're going to get on last because the last thing I need to do is for us to just get there and then sit. Like that's not here for us. So yeah, that's my feral thought. I don't understand like why people don't understand how the airport works and how to just like sit in your freaking seat until your zone is called and then you can go. Doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. So yeah.
We just don't handle people well. We shouldn't be in public.
I just have a low tolerance for I guess like I don't even know if it's ignorance or
Ignorance. I'd call it ignorance.
stupidity,
Same thing.
lack of awareness of others. I don't know. I just like it just bothers me. Like I can't deal with all of that. It's not my vibe. It's really not. Obviously we're on our balcony. It's really not that rough though.
Yeah, because we're on a fucking 500-foot ship. You go out there on our little 19-foot bay boat,
Yeah,
you'd be
but
getting
that's what I'm saying.
wrecked.
I don't understand how we weren't able to dock when it's
It was rougher than this in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
This is a lot calmer than what it was.
Yeah.
There's like 8 to 10 footers in the fucking Bahamas this morning.
So we're gonna have another pool-tastic day. Which here's another side note. Um, I so they I guess marketed this cruise also as like a spring break cruise. So there's like half of the ship is like normal people.
Old people.
Yeah, old people. And then the other half is like college kids, whatever. So the other night, our in laws were watching our son so that we could like go out and do something. Dead as fuck. I was very disappointed. And then when like they're like a DJ like started playing on like the pool deck, which DJ is a very, very, very
He knows how to pick a Spotify
yeah,
playlist.
yeah. Um, which was like the same playlist that they had been playing at the pool the entire day before. So I was like, what is this? Um, all old people. I've like I've never seen old people rally like that. Good for them. I guess like cruises are their thing.
That midday nap really gets you going in the
Mhm.
evening.
We were even like in the pool the other day and this like couple came up to us and they were like just kept talking to us because obviously we had our son and they're like ready to be grandparents. So they just kept chatting with us. And they were like, yeah, like we did this cruise like a couple months ago. I'm like, what? So like I feel like there are really people who are out here who are just straight cruisers. But I'm like, if I'm gonna do a cruise, like I want to do a cruise that I haven't done before because I want to go somewhere that I haven't gone before, which I think is why I'm just heavily disappointed today about the Bahamas because I haven't been to the Bahamas. We were gonna like rent a little golf cart and go to like the local beaches and vibe. And I feel like that was like half the reason that we were like, no, we're not gonna push through and rally last night because we wanted to like be well rested for today. I guess our drink package will get good use today though.
I'm in
We'll have another pool-tastic day.
a bad day to be a Corona.
Well, you just had a Coors Light
I
and then a
mix it up a
Michelob
little bit.
Ultra and then a
Mix it up a
Corona.
little bit.
Does that not work the same as like mixing liquors? Like mixing beers don't work that
It's
way?
all beer.
Mm. Side note, if you're in Key West, definitely check out Dante's. We should have just stayed there all day. The place was freaking great.
They have buckets of Coors Banquet.
Oh,
Anybody's interested.
God forbid. Their DJ was phenomenal. Service was great. Also, crazy like chickens everywhere in Key West, by the way. But like this specific like bar, restaurant, whatever you want to call it, also had like a pool. There were chickens everywhere. There was a little mama with her babies too. Of course, Matthew like feeds them and then they won't leave us alone. And I'm a little petrified.
Chickens.
I'm petrified of chickens actually. Have some trauma from earlier in life with I guess specifically roosters, but it's just then therefore made me scared of all chickens. Um, so it kind of freaks me out a little bit, especially when you see a mama and her babies because it's like, ooh, but that mama did not care about her babies. Like two of her babies got lost at one point and they were just like chirping, chirping. And obviously mom probably can't even hear them because the DJ's going so loud, but that place was a vibe. Um, I mean, Key West was cool for like a day, but I feel like you definitely, if you're gonna be there for longer, you have to do more than just be like walking Duval Street. I don't know how people just like go.
I feel like the nightlife is what
Yeah,
gets
the
people in
nightlife
Key
is
West.
probably a
We were
lot
not there
more.
for that.
The Butterfly Conservatory was really cute. Loved that. Um, but again, I think like we paid like $30 for that because our son was free and it took us like 5 minutes to walk through. Granted, like I don't care about reading every
And
little
it's a
placard.
1,000 degrees in there.
Yeah, it's humid, I guess, because like the butterflies needed to be humid. They had like flamingos. I mean, it was cute, but to me, I'm like, dang, I just paid $30 to walk through here for 5 minutes.
Sweat my ass off.
Yeah, granted, if we were those people who really cared about reading every placard, we probably could have been in there for a long time, but I don't have the time for that. So, no, thank you. So, I guess we'll just have another pool day. We'll vibe. we'll have a nice dinner. We haven't, that's another thing about this cruise. There haven't been, normally there's people who are like walking around with like cameras and stuff all the time, like snapping a bunch of pictures, but hasn't really been something that we've seen a lot. Like, I think we've only gotten like 4 or 5 pictures taken.
I'm not mad about it.
Well, of course he's not mad about it, but and then when we finally did find, where they had like the little like green screen and stuff set up, um of course it was after we had already ate and like came back to the room and he changed into comfy clothes and I'm like still in my nice clothes. So I'm like, well, I don't want a picture with you. So tonight before dinner, I think is when we should do it. We should go find and get some cute pictures with the fam. Because I'm all about it. So, anything else you want to share for our vacay episode?
I'm good.
See, this is what I'm saying. He thinks he's going to make the pod be like jump off to the moon, and he's like, has nothing to share.
Well, they always say if you have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Oh, okay. He doesn't have anything nice to say, so he's not going to say anything at all. So, alrighty then. Okay, well, thank you so much for listening to our vacay episode of Feral Thoughts. Was hoping we would have a lot more to share with you about things we were doing because we were going to record later today after we had a day in the Bahamas. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. So thanks, rats, for listening. Be sure to connect with me on my socials. We still have YouTube, TikTok, and Insta, all at Feral Thoughts Pods. Definitely connect because that'll help you stay in the loop and see what's to come. I post teasers, all of that fun stuff. And if you're loving it, don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, whatever your platform wants you to do. Leave some comments. I did actually on my previous episode put a poll up too, just on Spotify. So if you want to answer that poll about some stuff that you would like to see to come, please feel free. And until next time, my rats.
Bye, Raddies.